everyone, and welcome to Beauty Fit. Today I have Sravanthi, my childhood friend, all the way from California. She is an electrical engineer. She is a qualified yoga instructor, loves meditation, has interest in music. She has been working for over 10 years, but right now just focusing on her family. Today, she is with us to talk about her weight loss journey and how she dealt with it through yoga. Hello and welcome, Shravanthi.
Hi, Faria. Thank you so much for such a warm welcome. And I have to say, Faria, you're doing an incredibly great job with your YouTube platform. You're sharing a lot of useful and concise information for fitness, weight loss, and overall well-being. How to improve the overall well-being of individual. So it's a great endeavor, and all the best. And also, I am a great fan of your personality. You have such positive energy and such great attitude towards life, and you motivate a lot of people around you, whether you know it or not, but you are a great motivation. So thank you.
That's quite overwhelming, Shravanthi, and it's just, I honestly adore you because you are very, very soft. You come across as a very soft, calm, and a soothing person. That's how I feel about you. So I'll be very, very excited to hear about your journey. And thanks for coming on, and thanks for agreeing to share your journey with us and with everyone who's watching us.
You're welcome, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
How do you think, and how much, first of all, let's be very, very precise. How much did you put on, and how was your body type before pregnancy? And did you put on a lot, and did you directly go into yoga, or did you try other things? So what do you have to tell? Just talk your journey through.
Basically, I've been practicing yoga on and off for quite some time, and it really helps me calm down and get centered. And also, it's very good for the body as such. It's interesting because I think I put on close to 50 pounds. I was around 125 pounds pre-pregnancy, and by the time I delivered, I was close to 175 or 170, and I did not lose any weight after giving birth to my son.
Sravanthi, do you want to talk about your postpartum edema and water retention? How did you deal with it?
It was, lifestyle change, eating right and all that. And what more importantly, when I went through the yoga teacher training was, you have something called lymphatic system in your body. That is where all the waste is processed, your lymphatic system, and connected to all the vital organs in your body, and it is expelled through the excretory organs. So it's like waste management system of your body.
Okay.
And interestingly, you have lymph nodes all over your body, just like the veins and arteries. So veins and arteries take care of the blood circulation, and your heart actually acts like a pump.
Yes.
It pumps the blood, and especially the lower part of your body, it has to work against the gravity to come up to your heart. So that's where the heart helps in pumping the blood from your legs and everywhere up to your heart. That's where it gets the force to overcome the force of gravity and come up. But interestingly, for lymphatic system, you don't have anything of that sort. The mechanism where there is a pump and all the circulation happens through that pump. So you have to rely on your body movement and on your muscles for that lymph fluid to kind of flow through your body. And it can get sluggish when you're not having enough movement in your body. So that's where, again, yoga is very beneficial, because you do a lot of flexing, stretching, twisting, and turning. And when you do that, you're helping the lymph fluid move more easily throughout the body.
Yeah.
So I think that really helped me. Some poses are really good for this lymphatic flow. So that's where I saw a very big change in terms of losing the fluid in the body. And I had tried, actually, after delivery, I went to acupuncture. I went for chiropractor sessions. I did acupuncture. I also went for Ayurvedic treatment, which were all helpful in the sense, like, I would find temporary relief. Again, things would, I would lose like 5 pounds of water when I did the treatment. point, and then it will come back. So nothing was sustainable, and I was get frustrated too because I was trying all these things and nothing was working. So for me, in my case, yoga helped a lot. And interestingly, what I discovered is we have a trampoline in our backyard. My sons love to jump on it, so sometimes I would join them too, and I would jump for like 10 minutes, and then I would notice that I am able to flush out water from the body. And then I actually went back and I researched as to what was happening, and it is a very known thing that when you jump on a trampoline, nowadays everybody has those mini trampolines, and that helps with the lymphatic flow. So it is known for that, and many people do that on a regular basis. It's a part of their workout because it helps with the lymphatic flow.
Help a lot of ladies who have similar problem or water retention. Trampoline is anyway a very, very good exercise.
5 to 10 minutes again, not a lot of time. And of course, yoga helps in that sense too. It does is harmonizes all your hormonal organs, and in doing so, your mind, your body, and your heart, everything is in sync. There is harmony.
Yes.
And when there is harmony, everything works in a rhythm, in a proper way. Same thing with the lymph flow as well. So that's how it really helped me. And my pregnancy itself was a little complicated. I was on bed rest for a couple of weeks in the 3rd trimester before delivering, and all that led to a lot of weight gain and water retention. I was still working. I was on maternity break, then I went back to work. So as such, a lot of stress. I mean, every woman goes through that. You know, you've been there. So you just don't get any time to take care of yourself. That becomes your least priority. But also, very ironically, that is the time when you're supposed to take care of yourself the most, because postpartum, your body is going through a lot of changes, hormonal imbalances and whatnot. So, but there is no time.
We just think that, okay, let's get them done and then look after ourselves. That's how I think we naturally are mostly.
That time for ourselves never comes, because you keep going, and before you know, either it's too late or you're suffering from a chronic illness. So I think since I have already been doing a little bit of yoga and meditation, I could sense that it was not really a sustainable lifestyle that was going on for the whole family. It was adding a lot of pressure, and when you have pressure, you get frustrated, you show your frustration on the family, and the kids will get affected. You're the center of the family, so when you are disturbed, the whole family gets the effect of it. So I think after my son turned 1, I decided to kind of take a break from work and focus on my health, because I was not losing weight. I was pretty heavy, and it was affecting my overall health and well-being. Every day was a struggle, no energy, nothing.
And I think slowly that's what leads to depression in some people as well. It triggers slowly, and it reaches that point that you go into depression. That's you're absolutely right.
And postpartum, right? So already your hormones are all over the place. So, it's a perfect storm waiting to happen. I just decided to take a break, and my husband was very supportive because we live in one of the most expensive cities in US, so it's not easy to take that decision financially, but he was pretty supportive.
We should take our health as a priority, not just to look good, but have our mental balance. Because that's where it leads to eventually.
If you don't take care of your stress, it can start affecting your health, like what it was doing to me. So I think after taking a break, I started meditating, and then slowly, even before I stopped working, I gave notice at work. And by the time I stopped working, it was 1 month period. Even in that 1 month period, just the stress was reduced, because I knew I was going to quit, and this stress levels were going to come down. Even that thought itself, I think, triggered some positive changes in the body, because I lost 7 pounds just like that. Positive thinking was enough to start, trigger that weight loss. And then I think after quitting, what I wanted to do was come up with a sustainable lifestyle choices. And it was important for me to not get overwhelmed because I was already coming from a stressful position. So I didn't want to burden myself and go to a point of getting frustrated and not doing anything at all, because that's where most of us struggle.
Yeah.
We think it's like, I'm going to start this diet, I'm going to, change my lifestyle. And you have to do all this suddenly without any transition period. It usually backfires.
Such a good point. That's what I try to explain the ladies I'm guiding as well. Just don't plan. If you are doing, for example, intermittent fasting, start with 10 hours, start with 12 hours. You don't have to go to 18 hours. At least start. And yes, you're so right. There should be a transition. That should be a gradual progress. I agree with you totally.
And it's very important, Farya, to, when you start something, start with a positive attitude, start from a good place. Because most of us, when we start something, we are fear driven. You need to actually feel empowered, feel that you're enough, you're beautiful, your body is great, you are great, everything is fine, you're enough, and you start from that space. You just want to improve yourself, not go from a bad place to a good place. You're already in a good place, but you're just improving your health, improving your mental health. When you start from there, I think it's easier to evolve and getting to a better. And that's where meditation helps me, because if you're in that negative space, you can't force yourself to think, no, I'm going to be positive, that has to come from within.
Yes.
It's an internal mind shift, and that's where meditation helps me, because it calms my mind and you become more positive organically. It comes from within. I remember very clearly, first I wanted to shift our schedule in the sense of eating our meals. I wanted early dinner. So that's what I focused on for a few days till I could lock down our dinner timing. It started with that small step, and then other meals followed. And once you start planning your meals at certain times, you realize that other parts of your day also need changing. Little changes. Having early dinner meant we had more time after dinner. So all of us would go out for a walk as a family. So that's how my exercise started. It was also very organic. We would go for long walks, almost 30 to 40 minutes, all of us together. We would come back. Kids would be tired. They would fall asleep early. So all these changes, very subtle nuances, can lead to bigger changes later on. When I was at that weight, I would think, oh my God, I used to weigh 50 pounds less. When will I ever get there? But when I actually got there, it was not a big. I don't believe in any diets. I believe in, wholesome food and occasional binge. You need to indulge yourself. You cannot punish yourself.
No.
It's okay to eat sweets, it's okay to eat junk, but there's a balance. There's a balance that you need to strike and have a healthy relationship with food.
True.
I read somewhere that when you get into that guilt mode and you still indulge anyways, you're telling yourself that is bad for me, but you eat it anyways, it doesn't get digested well. There is some chemical process that happens.
I read that you get some stress hormones that comes out, and then anyway, it's not doing anything good for you either way. You won't be.
Then once I started losing little bit of weight with the routine shift and eating right, I think I started losing weight, and my body was able to, I couldn't even sit on the floor. It was that bad because I had so much of water. You know, right? If you fill up a plastic bag with water, you can't bend it. It becomes tight. So that's how I used to feel. And then once I started losing the water, I really got more flexible and I started practicing yoga. And that's where more shifts started happening in terms of choosing healthier foods. Once I started practicing yoga, evening snacks and evening coffee dropped. And what I realized was that evening snack always used to be junk.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, and it's not because you're hungry. It's because
Just
most
habit.
most often or not you're bored. Before I started training, I think from 175 had dropped to 150 pounds.
Wow.
25 pounds I was able to reduce just doing these little changes, and then I started cardio, that to 10 minutes a day,
Yeah.
not a lot.
Yeah.
There are so many YouTube videos that really can make you sweat in 10 minutes.
Yes. That's true.
So yeah, so you don't have to really have this elaborate plan of, oh, I'm going to do this 1 hour of cardio and then not do it at all. Just
Yeah.
start with 5.
That's
Yeah.
the main thing. Yeah. To have the
Yeah.
longevity. That's the main thing, because what we see, and everyone will see, that people, even though they will lose weight, but they will
Yeah.
go back to their previous weight sooner than they took that
Yes.
time to lose that weight. That is the problem.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I don't know if you're aware, I also lost like 20 kgs about 15,
Yes.
14 years ago,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
maintained it. And it's no struggle for me, because
Yes.
it's just my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
been to the gym because no time to go to the gym, but I do in my own space whatever I can.
Yes.
It's just a
Yes.
lifestyle. I totally agree. Yeah.
I mean, you keep sharing your videos, right? It's so motivating. So that, as you said, cardio and weight training, all these little things. You don't have to have an elaborate plan, especially for women with kids and so many things happening. It will never materialize. It was a 2-month course to get the certification, and within those 2 months, I lost 20 more pounds.
Wow. And you're also volunteering for this Art of Living Foundation. What is that?
Yeah, actually, it's a non-profit and humanitarian-based organization. It's into a lot of charity work,
Okay, nice.
and also they teach a lot of mindfulness courses like meditation, yoga, breathing exercises. So my journey in this mindfulness, meditation, and everything started from here, from Art of Living, and
Oh, wow.
this was way back. See, we are talking about weight gain, right? Like 5 years back, I was on the other end of it. I was losing weight. I think the 113 pound. I was at that stage at one point of time, because again, stress.
Yeah.
But I was not realizing it. It was just nothing bad was happening in life as such, but just balancing everything itself was huge. And once we become parents, it's another shift, and I used to fall sick often, and I was meeting all doctors. Nobody could tell me anything was wrong, because nothing was wrong physically. All the tests were fine, but definitely something was wrong, because I was losing weight. So they said, okay, you have to manage your stress, so look into any wellness programs. So this is when I started with Art of Living meditation, and that really helped bring about a lot of change. Physically, I got better, in the sense I never used to fall sick, or else every time I would fall sick, because they teach you breathing techniques. So I think what it does is increases your lung capacity, and you get better. Your immune functioning gets better, and overall health improves, and your mental health also gets better. When you do a yoga pose with a smile, I am so tempted to do it too. You have hormonal glands all over your body, starting with your pineal gland, pituitary gland in your skull area, and then you have thyroid. Most of the women have that problem.
Yes.
Once we hit certain age, thyroid imbalance is, I think 8 out of 10 women have that issue.
Yeah, true.
And then as you go down your pancreas and liver, all these important organs, yoga helps with optimizes, and it also regulates the functioning of these hormonal organs.
Well, do you feel, some days it may be like, okay, today I can have this junk. Do you do that, or you just take a break, or you
Yes,
have this
yes.
routine? How do you manage?
Yeah, I mean, see, every day is not same. It brings about new challenges and new, changes. So that's what meditation teaches you, to be flexible and to also be patient with yourself and take care of yourself. It's okay. You can indulge in junk, but knowing that balance.
Yes. Yes.
Because some days can be very tough, and you go into this phase of eating junk and not sleeping well.
Yeah.
And yes, it can throw you off your balance for some time, but you have to be patient with yourself. You will have to push yourself a little, but not too much that it backfires, but enough for you to keep going.
I think bottom line, we can all agree and say that it has to be your lifestyle.
Yes.
It can't be just something you adapt for a short time. It has to be a
Yeah.
way of life. No
Yeah.
matter what you choose,
Yeah.
don't make big plans. Go step by step. At least you
Yes.
will achieve that. Because
Yeah.
I read this somewhere really nice that if you're going through an elevator, you don't know where the elevator will stop. But if you are going through the stairs, you know you're going to reach up.
True. Yeah, I just wanted to add that with my conversations with people from previous generations, especially my mother in law, she has been a very good influence when it comes to eating good food, healthy habits. What I realized was in our present generation, we are living to eat. I think most of our lifestyle is centered around food.
Yeah.
And because it is so readily available everywhere. Back in their generation, my mother-in-law or my grandparents, what they used to do is they would eat to live.
Yeah.
Eat to sustain,
Yeah.
to be able to live your life. But that didn't become your whole life.
No.
And that is a very important point to kind of understand and process and change your lifestyle accordingly.
Any last words you would like to share?
Except just that, as women, we are the center point of the family. What we do affects the whole family. So we need to prioritize our self care.
Very true.
And
Very true.
it's not a lot.
Yeah.
Start with 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, but find that 5-10 minutes and focus on yourself. And you have a very strong intention, the whole universe will conspire to make it happen for you. Love yourself.
And women are naturally so good at hustling, which normally,
Yes.
because we can manage so many things. That's natural.
Yes.
So why not looking after yourself? Even in that hustle, we will not prioritize ourselves. We will prioritize other things. Although we can hustle different things, but still we won't. So just very, very important, very true. Look after yourself, because if you don't look after yourself, how will you look after your loved ones?
Yes.
Thank you so
Definitely.
much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Faria.
A lot, and such a good understanding as you have explained in such a beautiful way. I think whoever watches it will love it, and I hope they will follow this way of taking small steps and reaching high space. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Faria. Thank you.
Thank you.